welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be doing every single book I read in 2023 and like giving like a little review about it. It's in order of like my least favorite of the year into my absolute favorite of the year. First book, my like least favorite. I'm sorry. The reason is because it's a DNF for me. I did not finish it because I was just really bored. For what I read, it was like a 2, which is really disappointing because I love the first 3. Okay, next book. I liked the beginning. I was like eating it up at the beginning. Okay, my first issue with it was that they already liked each other, which is like, there's no like build up. It's not a bad book, it just wasn't for me. I give it a 3. Next, it's basically just like this old lady like in her delusion, pretty much. It was a good book, like the whole time I was like interested in it, and then I don't know, something just happened at the end that I was just kind of like, meh, alright, cool. The Virgin. I really love this book actually. If you don't know what it's about, it's basically, there's 5 sisters and there's these neighborhood boys and they're all like obsessed with them. And each of the sisters like start committing suicide one by one like each year, and the neighborhood boys are like, what? There's a movie too, so you can watch that. Next, was it Orbiting Jupiter? I was pretty interested in it. It was a really light read. The ending is pretty sad. It's a good one. Okay, then I read Madison Beer's The Half of It. I really did like it, and I felt very like connected to her. Okay, so she added journal prompts inside of the book. I did. I wrote so much in it. 4. Solid 4 stars. Oh, Throttled. So if any of you guys like F1, because I know some of you do, this book is for you. It's literally about an F1 like race car driver. His name is Noah. In my mind, like this book boyfriend was low-key like, this one really did eat. Looking back, I don't know why I put it so like far up. This was good. Next book I read, Perks of Being a Wallflower. This book has a special place in my heart. In that moment, I swear we were infinite. It felt like a deep breath. Like, you know that deep breath after you just cried for so long? That's what this book felt like. The Giver. This book was really interesting, but I enjoyed reading it. I really did. It was good. Where I was never like dreading picking it up. That scene where she like falls into the ice. It didn't add anything to the plot line. I don't know. The build-up was actually really good though. The build-up was good. Overall, I would recommend it. Mile High. Xander's, who's the hockey guy, he spends most of the game in the penalty box and leaves the arena with a different girl every match. Why would I find that attractive? Then you get to meet him. She's like the flight attendant on their private jet or like private plane, whatever. And this is a part of like a companion series, so I have to read the other one, which is called The Right Move. I did like it. And the cover, I love the cover. Okay, then I read the cheat sheet. I don't remember what it's about. But it was cute. It was light, not much. It was chill, like 3.5 stars. Okay, we're getting real now, guys. Twisted Hate. This is my favorite book out of the whole Twisted series. Enemies to Lovers does something to me. And Enemies to Lovers, where he's like a banter, when they're bantering and she like gets mad, but she's like for real mad and he knows what he's doing to her. And she starts to realize that, wait, does he like me? Wait, because I kind of like him. And then he's like, I've been in love with you this whole time. How could you not see? I don't think this book wasn't actually like that. And the like side plot to it, crazy. I was invested the whole time. One of my favorite. These 3 go together. I'm not done with the series. A really comforting series. It's not like my favorite of all time. It's not like life-changing to me. But there's something just like really sweet and simple about it that I enjoy. It's a fantasy. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you already know what Shatter Me is. Aaron Warner. I mean, I'm not done. It's on my TBR for 2024. It's comforting. Again, comforting. A very not comforting book. If you watch the movie, the first time you watch it, you're just like breathless. I don't know. It was crazy to me. Jared Leto, what are you doing now? Jared. Sarah Goldfarb. Lonely widow wants nothing more than to lose weight and appear on a television game show. That's the first. That's Sarah Goldfarb. Her son, Harry Goldfarb, and his friend group, which they do hard drugs, they do everything. These four convince themselves that unexpected setbacks are only temporary. The unexpected setbacks of drugs. You see how the drugs destroys them from the inside out. 5 stars. Moving on from that. When in Rome. It was a fast read for me. Cute. Like, it was just sweet and simple, and I loved it. Underneath the sycamore tree, I was sobbing at the end of this book. It's about this girl, her name is Emery, and she lost her twin sister to, like, a disease that she has. Guess who has it too? Emery. Till she meets Caden, with more than enough baggage on his own. And somewhere along the way, Emery finds solace in the guy with sad eyes. But everything happens in stages, and nothing good ever lasts. All I'm gonna say is this book destroyed me, because honestly, it destroyed me too. Okay, next, Icon. Okay, we have down to the last 4 of this year. Top 4 books, in my opinion, for me. Do I even need to say anything? We all know how good this book was, and it has a reason for being so popular, because it was adorable. Literally, oh, I dropped it. The sweetest, most, like, wholesome thing ever. I loved it. I love the guy in this book. He's actually my boyfriend. One of my favorites, always. The icon, the most amazing woman to stand on this earth. Allie Hazelwood. Talk about literally a whole scientist. Every book that this woman has crafted and cooked up, like giggling and like kicking my feet, twirling my hair. In this book, some people think the covers are cringe. I'm not embarrassed. I don't care. I also love each of the books. Love Hypothesis, which is my favorite out of all. Tell me why I literally cried reading the Love Hypothesis. Each of them are like science romances. And this one, Enemies to Lovers, of course, he wrote an article bashing theoretical physicists, saying like, theoretical physicists isn't even real, like they don't know what they're talking about. She's a theoretical physicist. She's trying to get into this new job. Guess who works there? And guess who's like also part of the like hiring committee or whatever? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Need I say more? So comforting and fun. But yeah, love this one. Last 2. Iconic. 5 stars. Knocked me off my feet. It was crazy. I get the hype of the series now. I get it. I was like, I need to have my Harry Potter phase. I need to have my canon event. Like, tell me why I haven't had my canon event. My all-time favorite book. This whole 2023 year. Yours truly by Abby Jimenez. This man, he was quiet and shy. He was like awkward. And basically, he like accidentally said something like rude to her. And she was like, ew, like what the hell? And because he was so like people pleaser, like anxious kind of vibe, he wrote her a letter explaining everything. She wrote him a letter back. And they started like writing letters to each other. Her brother needed like an organ transplant. I'm gonna say this book was adorable. I loved them both so much. My physical TBR right now, and next year I hope to get into my like fantasy, like start reading more fantasy books and like fantasy series. My current read is the 2nd Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The rest of this Harry Potter series here. I got it for Christmas. Look at the box it came in. Wow. And all the books together make like a dragon. So that's cool. Normal People by Sally Rooney. I got this book called The Book Proposal. I haven't like heard anything about it or seen anything about it, but I read the back and I was like, okay, this sounds good. Like, also, I did judge a book by its cover. It looked cute, so I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, what is this? Gracie Landing had a crush on this guy in high school. Basically, she was like drunk and whatever. She emailed her high school crush. He wrote back. Intriguingly friendly, not to say flirty in parentheses, response. So she's a writer having a writer slump, and basically his life is really interesting. And she's like, what if I wrote about his life? Gracie has no idea that borrowing Colin's story would wreak havoc on her life, career, and her own chance at happily ever after. It sounds good. It sounds so good. I really hope I don't get disappointed with this book because I have really high hopes and I've been like saving it. I don't know what order to read. I'm gonna finish this one. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight because Harry Potter books, or like at least this one. Don't get me wrong, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't like read thick books like this, but yeah. So I guess that was all the books that I read in 2023, and now I have a huge mess of books, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below what was your favorite book that you read this year or last year, and let me know what you plan on reading. I'll see you next week.